We got Pushaz in the building, man.
Yes, Sirski. Appreciate you for having me, bro.
For sure, for sure. Real LA native, man.
Come on, man. Just trying to put on for the city.
Who this right here?
This exclusive from Tay 2 Times, my artist from Indianapolis, Indiana. This song is called Superman.
Hell yeah.
Can I stuff this in your bag? Ride around with a 30 and a standard clip. And a glass on do pro max.
Let's go.
Lot of niggas be hating on 2 I probably cause 2 be in his bag. I double my styrofoam. She gon' call me when she feel alone. She gon' call me when she feel alone. Could've gave her my heart, but instead I'd rather pour it all in the styrofoam. She gon' say she right even when she wrong. Free bitch, I think her favorite artist Marvin Gaye. I can tell the way she wanna get it on. She keep telling me, baby, let's get it on. Then she want me to fuck her to my song. Niggas be watching the moves that I do, they be jacking. I'm starting at the day clone. Play with the go get a headstone. Can't help cause I'm right now, he did wrong.
Bro, special.
Every
Every artist, every person I ever brought him around, clicked with him instantly, bro. He got songs with people you wouldn't even believe, bro, that hasn't even came out yet, just because they fuck with him and fuck with his energy and his honesty. And bro, like an open book. Like, you want to ask him about something, he gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, he from Indiana. It's a very cold, grimy place, and he done seen it all at a young age.
Yeah, I can hear it in the...
Yeah,
you can tell he really from it, you know?
Yeah, nah, he from the far east. It's crazy because, like, a lot of people hear about the Indiana, and it's like, it's a little different than LA. It's really split up by sides. Like, it's the west side, it's the north, it's the east, but he's from the far east, so he's like from the projects. It's like, I say, like, if you compared it to LA, it's like probably like Watts Compton compared to like west side, south central, you know, like it's like far east ducked off, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Like, we about to get into what you do, because clearly, like,
come on, man, let's talk about it.
It's already showing, though.
Let's talk about it, man.
He put people on, man. That's what it's about, man. Like, you know, we got Pushaz in the building. Like I said, it's an unplugged world. We back on the podcast, man. This guy right here, man, he been a staple in the city doing this thing.
Thank you, bro.
Man, and for the people that don't know, bro, like, let them know, like, what's your background?
Shit, man, I'm Pushaz, just another LA kid out here trying to make it, bro. I started off with Pushaz Inc. Went from working in Pushaz Inc. to working with YG, working with other people like that. From there, I went to Interscope. I was at Interscope for about 8 years. I left Interscope in 21, where I opened up my own studio, Creative Sounds Recording, on Melrose. You feel me? I had to be in a mix. When I tried to open my own studio, I was looking for a place for a while, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to be in a valley or in a cut somewhere. Like, I'm trying to compete with the big boys. So I got me a nice 10,000 square foot building on Melrose off of La Brea. So I'm right in the mix with record plants, Paramounts, you know, just trying to make a safe haven, a new world order of music for my friends and my family and artists that I believe in, to have a great place to create together in LA.
Man, that's fire, bro. Creative Sounds, right?
Yes, sir. Creative Sounds Recording.
For sure, man. Like, that's amazing, bro. Like, how did you even get into music to even want to, like, get a studio?
Honestly, bro, getting into music, I really didn't know I was into music until I was knee deep in it. I just thought I was a real good homie. Like, when I go back and I talk about it, I do interviews a lot, and I tell people, like, I was just a real friend. People always ask me, like, how do you get into A&R? And it's really just, if you got a friend who do music, help them. Help believe in them. Help push them to the next level. If you know somebody who's tight, get some beats from them. Try to get a feature from this person. Try to help your friend get into different doors that they might not be able to get themselves into. And I did that for a long time, not really knowing that was part of A&Ring and part of management. I just thought I was a real homie until my boy Sycamore, who was YG's A&R, when we was working on My Crazy Life, was like, yo, Rod, you know what you're doing is actually A&R. And I'm like, hell nah, bro, I'm just a real nigga. You know, YG, my boy, he helped me out of the struggle. He put me in a position and in a place to take care of myself. And I always just wanted to make sure that I helped him grow at the same time, and not just be one of those homies who just there sitting back smoking weed and just talking. Like, what can I bring to the table? Who do I know who can help with what's going on? Or how can I tell this person what YG likes or what YG doesn't like before coming in the room with YG, so they kind of understand and be in his world?
That's a real one for sure, bro.
Nah, I appreciate
That's
it.
a real one, like for real. And YG, I mean, he got a nice circle around him. And shout out to YG, shout out to Compton. You feel me? That's the city, that's the
Yes,
homeland.
sir.
But yeah, man, like that's dope. Cause I feel like it's something dope about it. Like you said, just being a dope homie, being a good homie.
Yeah,
and
bro.
It happens organic.
Not being a yes man.
Yeah.
Not being a yes man. If you fuck with something, fuck with it. If you don't be afraid to be honest and say your opinion, because at the end of the day, your friend is going to respect that more. Especially, you don't even really have to know what you're talking about. You just have to be honest. Like, motherfuckers say, oh, you like this song? Yeah. You like this song? Nah. Motherfuckers say, why? Well, shit, bro. You was using this flow pattern I heard on this other song, or you went hard on this other song. I don't know. It's always a reason, a why. And once you understand what that why is and you're comfortable enough with yourself to be honest about that, and you help your homie who's an artist with that, you know, you're helping push them to the next level. So it's like when they do have real questions or really trying to figure something out, you might be in that conversation because they know you're not just about to be the person who's just there like, oh yeah, hell yeah, bro, that's the hit, that's the shit, that's the and nigga, then you leave like, man, I don't know what the fuck that nigga was just rapping about. Like,
oh God.
a lot. I see a lot of people
that's real
move like that, and I see a lot of people get themselves in position by moving like that. And then when they try to start being honest, or when the artists see that they're flawed and they're not keeping it real, they push themselves out of position.
Yeah, like that's real. So you going up in Interscope, right?
Yeah,
and having those conversations with like artists, I've seen and heard like other people going up to labels and stuff like that, and people want to sign them because of the buzz or whatever, but they don't even know they songs or nothing like that.
Yeah,
Like,
I've never personally signed an artist directly off of buzz. I never like was in like no. I had blessed not to be in like no crazy ass bidding wars where it's like, oh, you have to sign this because this label wants this and this label wants this. Now everybody's competing. It's like, are you a closer? Or are you just somebody talking? I was blessed to not be in that situation because I always follow my gut. If I believed in the artist and their vision and what they were trying to push, and I feel like I can help bring something to that, I would fight for it. And I would be in Joey's office every day like, Joey, listen to this, bro. This the one. Because at first, when I first got there, I was seeing, and you see people talk about artists, and then soon as the label say no, or their boss say no or something, it'd be like, all right, cool, on to the next. You didn't really believe in that artist if you was that easily on to the next. And I feel like working at a label, you start to understand that like you're judged based off of your judgment and how deep you believe into something, because you're the one doing the research. You're the one signing these artists. You're the one finding out their backstories. When you bring them and present it to the label, you're literally making like a one sheet, or you're in this creative meeting and you bring up this artist, and then everybody's looking at a music video online, but it's like, okay, that's cool, but what about this artist? And I always try to really understand any artist who I was trying to sign and what their background is, and like where they try to see themselves in the next 5-10 years, because that was my pitch to the label versus, oh, this is hot, it's this song. Nah, it's about the growth ethic. It's about this and what they're trying to do to get to this level. And if we come in and work with them or sign this artist, we can take them from 10 to 100 versus trying to find everything that's at 50, 60 and get it to 100.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you always think longevity.
Facts.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And it shows in just the career that you,
I appreciate
that you
it,
pay
bro.
for other people, but also yourself.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, bro. I've been blessed to be able to sign artists who I truly believe in.
That's what's up. How many artists you got right now?
Right now, I have about 7.
7? Okay.
But 4 is in a group. So I would say I have 4 artists.
How was that? How is managing a group, bro?
Man, I'm blessed not to be the manager, man. Yeah. Shout out to Bardo. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to everybody who's involved with the management and the day-to-day process. I'm involved in the creative and trying to just help take them to the next level. So it's a blessing. But my boy Josh, his day-to-day activities be rough. When it's trying to get everybody to the studio and trying to do this, or we got a meeting and this happened, I know I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
But then Josh is trying to get this person, to call this person to make sure they on time, and I'm calling Josh, and he like, yeah, I'm figuring it out. I'm gonna be there, bro. I'm gonna be there. But he's a hard worker, so shout out Josh.
Man, shout out Josh, man, because a group is definitely man, that's one artist. 4?
Man.
That's a whole nother bag. Speaking of like the communication and everything, and just like in business, like how important is that? Like,
I feel like honesty is very important, and managing expectations. A lot of artists believe like, they can sign with you or work with you, and then the next day they're out the window, they popping. But it's like, that's not real. It's so much more that goes on and goes into that, and it's just about teaming up with the right artist who understands where they're trying to go and help manage their expectations to get them to a certain place. And it's like, yeah, well, if you want to get here, we got to do this and do this to get here. And if you don't do this and do this, we shortcutting, so this might not turn out like this. It's always about having honest conversations. I was involved in a lot of shit in my past where it was like, I wanted to have honest conversations, but I was saying certain things and trying to figure them out later, and realize that things like that always backfire on you. So now how I try to move forward with every artist and everybody that I work with is just put everything out on the table. And, we can decipher and figure it out based on what the situation is. Not just always like, yeah, I got it. I'm going to do this. Oh, you need me to do that? Yep, I got it. I got this. And then somebody call you, hey, what happened about this? And it's like, oh, damn, I thought I did it. Damn, I did that part, but I forgot to do the other part. It's like really just figuring it out and sitting down and writing out everything you're trying to do and figure out how and the best way you can map that out. And if you can't, be honest and be like, yo, I can't do this, but I might know somebody who we can bring in to help with this part or help with that, versus just putting everything on you and on your back and act like it's a one-man show, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to backfire on you. And then people going to look at you funny and be like, oh, you a liar. You lying about this. You said you was going to do this. You said you was going to do that. And you had all the right intentions, but it just didn't plan out or play the way you thought it would, just because you're trying to do 10 things at once. Like, nobody's Superman. So you got to kind of be honest with yourself in managing your expectations to know what you can do, what you can deliver for this artist or that artist. Because the most fucked up thing is like, everything you do right, 9 times out of 10, they going to say thank you or good looking, but they don't remember those things. It's the things that you do wrong. It's the things that you don't get done that somebody wants to hold against you. And it's like, once I realized that and realized where certain things like that was taking me and my credibility, I just had to take a shift and move a lot different. And it took me going through certain things with certain homies and artists who, I thought I would be working with for a lifetime, to fall out or not be in the same situation or same place, to realize like, okay, what are my flaws? What can I fix in myself? So when I work with this next artist or when I work with this person, I can do better. Because the goal is, in anything you do, is just to constantly get better. Like, man, I might have started off a 3, then got to a 4, then got to a 5, then got to a 6. But you're not gonna start off a 3 and then go to a 10. Like, you got to be so honest with yourself. No matter how hard you want to give, how much you want to do. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day, so you can't do everything for an artist at once.
That's real. And to add to what you're saying is like, in order to get to that, you need in order to get to that next step, everybody got to take accountability to get better, right?
Facts.
And it's like, with accountability, right? And certain things that you might endure, like being around these artists and the transparency. Like, how is it also like for those artists, like dealing with temptation? Say if you got somebody that's an artist and they coming from like a background where they're not used to the lifestyle, they're not used to being in LA, and they get out here, it's women, it's all this other temptation out here. How is that like, watching that artist go through that and like trying to keep them focused? Like,
it's just about being honest and transparent with the artist. Yeah. And if the artist has the mindset that things like that can make them fold, then it's really in them. you know. But I've had an artist who I worked with very closely with, started from the ground, and then you get an artist to a certain place. Now other people are starting to check for them and see, and then they come in and like, oh yeah, this person got you here and got this, but I can get you this and I can get you this, and sell this artist a dream. And then the dream doesn't unfold, and then the artist comes back, or you have a conversation with the artist, and the artist be like, yeah, bro, they sold me a dream and I believed it, because they weren't just talking about the things we were doing, they were just pointing out the things that you weren't doing and saying that those things were the things that were holding me back. But it's things like that you have to let artists figure out for themselves.
That's real. That's real.
Like this game is it's a loyalty driven game, but at the end of the day, there's no I in team, and every artist is an I.
That's real, bro. Like what is some of your influences when it comes to like how you got into, like I watched one of your interviews and you was talking about like fashion, of course, but within the music, how did you merge them two in your influences? Like who were your influences growing up?
A lot of my influences, bro, honestly. So I used to I was raised by my great grandma. And my Uncle Michael, rest in peace. He was like a player back in the 60s and in the 70s.
Yeah.
So by the time I was born, that whole ship had sank for him. He was living a regular life. He was a dope boy who ended up going to jail, started doing So then all the dope boys at the end of the day, if it didn't plan out right, they staying back at their mama house.
Yeah, that's real.
You feel me?
That's
so
real shit.
But my Uncle Michael was a big influence to me, because like the nigga he didn't have much, but he tried to stay fly. And then when I used to be in trouble and shit like that, or I got suspended or sent home from school, he'd beat my ass, but then make me sit in the back in his room and watch these old 70 movies and old gangster shit and show me like, yeah, this is how back in my day, how we used to move. Y'all young niggas, y'all don't have no respect. Y'all don't have this. Y'all don't have this. And I used to just be mad looking at that shit like, man, fuck all these old niggas. But then that shit, like, as I grew up, bro, I'd start to realize like that shit is planted so deeply in me. So a lot of my influence comes from like old 70s and 80s.
What's one of the classics though?
Well, like who? Like the people from like I'm Gonna Get You Sucker and shit like that.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
like all that type of shit was what my Uncle Michael used to make me see. Like, bro, it's crazy. I'm from LA, but one of my favorite movies is The King of New York.
Oh yeah, that's a fire.
You feel me? Like,
yeah.
But just how they carried themselves, how they dressed, how the respect level they had for themselves and the respect level they had for their boss. Like, oh, the real top dog coming home. All right, cool. We chopping off everything else. You feel me? You coming home, here go. Yeah, this Ricky Tan gloves. Here you go. Oh, the king is back. Putting on the other man glove. And it's just like when you see things like that, it's like that's real unity.
Yeah.
Like,
how you feel about that unity out here? Like in LA? I mean, we know it's politics. We know.
Hey, listen, it's a politic-driven city, man.
Yeah.
There's no place else in the world. Like, I don't give a fuck. The White House ain't got as much politics as we got in LA, bro. But I feel like it's getting better.
Yeah, for sure.
It has its ups and downs. Like, I was blessed to be around YG and Nipsey at the same time. Like, while we were going through the All Money Pusha Inc. stuff. So that bridged a big gap in the city. But also Pusha Inc., I feel like, bridged a big ass gap in the city, because back then it was hoods and then it was cliques. It was like the clique area. But like, be honest, most of the cliques was still like miniature hoods. Like, you got this clique, but they really like the baby neighborhoods. You got these cliques over here and they really the blood. Like,
that's real shit.
Like, Pushaz Inc. wasn't about none of that. Like, we didn't give a fuck where you was from. It's about how you carried yourself and your respect as a man or your respect as a woman.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause we had people from every hood coming together, and if you had an issue with this man, ain't no jumping. Y'all go to the back and fight one-on-one. Nobody can't get in, and if your homie mad that your homie get down with his on. But it was like just building a community. Like, bro, I say this all the time. Like, bro, we used to be at Stockard Park. I'm from the east side. YG's from Compton.
Yeah.
Like, Ty and Mustard, they're from West LA, so it's like the Jungles is right by the Don's Park. But bro, we were coming from everywhere. Trill was coming out the Grapes, Juan and Gooch, like bro, we was bringing people from everywhere. TC was out the schoolyard, like
that's real shit. Like y'all had people from everywhere,
every part of LA coming together, bro. And it was about respect, like. But I'm also seeing, and I also got to give it up to this young group of new artists and seeing how they're moving together and trying to create a unity.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Like, it was crazy. I had this session at my studio. I want to say this was early December. I had Sada and Skilla Baby and T Grizzly from Detroit at my studio, and they said they trying to fuck with some niggas from the city.
Yeah.
So then we called Rucci. Rucci pulled up. Rucci called G Perico. G Perico pulled up. Then the Baby Stone Gorillas pulled up. Then the Blue Bucks Clan pulled up. Then Wally the Sensei pulled up. Then my artist got a Bracken pull up. And it was just synergy. A different type of energy, different type of unity. Like, and it was just like, I felt so amazing to have that happen under my roof in my studio, because that's what I'm doing this for.
Yeah.
I'm doing this to try to push the culture and to push the people from my city and put people in different positions in different rooms. Like, you can ask any artist, if I ever got you a feature, I didn't ask for $1.
Yeah.
Like, I do this because I really love this, and I really love artists and connecting people and bridging gaps that can't be bridged, or people think that couldn't be bridged. I argue with people. I just had a big ass argument with Rucci and his manager Tuck like 2 weeks ago about, bro, let's take a big ass trip to Atlanta and let's do it the right way.
Yeah.
Like, cause when I go to Atlanta, I'm not just hanging out with my homies from LA. I'm hanging out with my Atlanta homies.
Yeah.
I'm going to the clubs with my Atlanta homies. I'm going out to eat with my Atlanta like, what y'all doing? Cool. I'm doing what y'all doing. When they come to LA, hey Rod, we pulling up to your shit. Hey, Rod, come on, let's go out. So I'm calling Twan. I'm calling, hey, Whoopty Whoop is out here, bro. Can you get my boy a bag? Twan like, oh, for sure, I got you. It's just washing hands with your people to wash hands with other people to create an infrastructure of business. And I applaud Atlanta for how they do that. I applaud Detroit for how they do that. Like, my goal is to just eat, and it doesn't have to be me. Just be part of the vessel that helps LA become that. Because it's like, yeah, bro, this shit is about gang culture, but bigger than gang culture, it's about being a man or being a woman and your respect level.
Exactly.
Because I done had video shoots in my hood, and TC and the schoolyards come there, and they get love and respect. TC done had videos in his hood, and my homies done came over there, and I be over there. I've been in the schoolyards for years, bro, and nigga get love and respect because of common energy and respect.
You know what I noticed about that? Like, it's because you carry that. You come with that. You seen it, right?
Yeah, bro.
So it's like, it's certain people like that really be from their section, but they not trying to start the bullshit. Like,
but that's
they really
also,
being a representation of they.
That's also why I move around the way I move around. Like, I don't move around with security like that. I don't move around with 10, 20, 30 homies. Like, you'll catch me out, maybe one homie, out with my girl, out with a couple people, but like, I'm a people person. Come talk to me. I don't give a fuck where you from, what you got to say. Come on, let's chop it up. Yeah,
that's facts, bro. Put up by itself,
bro. Cause that's what it's about, bro. You from here, I'm from here, bro. This how it's supposed to be. Yep. I don't need nobody outside watching me to come hang out and support LA. I'ma support LA to my last dying breath. And everybody who know me know I move like that. You like, bro, and that was also shit like, bro, me and YG pulled up on Slauson to Nip to the store, like, bro, regular. Like, it's just things like that. Is like, I feel like you kind of have to do that and move in that way to a certain degree so people can understand you. Because
that's true.
If people just see, they're gonna go off perception of what they hear. Oh, they like this or they like that, bro. Like, I had an incident that happened last year. This was like in probably like summertime. Yeah. Me and YG was having this bowling event, and we was inviting some people. And one of my homies, he had just signed his artist at Interscope, and we was having a conversation. And I was like, oh yeah, bro, we having a bowling party tomorrow night. Pull up, X, Y, Z. It's gonna be 5. It's gonna be chill. It's gonna be bitches. It's gonna be He like, oh hell yeah, bro. We coming, bro. Me and my artist. Yep, we coming. Then the nigga called me like an hour before it started. Like, hey, bro. So yeah, I was just at this session with so and so and so and so, and they was like, yeah, bro, if you go to that Pusha shit, bro, just be careful. Don't wear your jewelry. Don't be extra, cause this ain't gonna be nothing there but gangbangers. Whoop de whoop. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, just pull up. The nigga came to me, said, bro, damn, it's gangsters in here, but this ain't nothing but bitches. Y'all got all the baddest. I said, bro, the fuck you expect, bro? Now, I was already drunk, so I got on the mic, and I told everybody, look to your right, look to your left. What you see, more gangsters or bad bitches? Just because niggas got me fucked up, and it's just like, bro, like, perception, don't get lost in perception of what people tell you about me. I'm a real person. Come talk to me. Come have a conversation. Come see if me and you get along. Don't go off of the next person's opinion, because I'm not going to judge you based off what the next person told me.
That's facts. That's facts, bro. Perception really be ruining shit. Like,
bro, come on,
we were just talking about that. Like, you know, we had a barber that I know, which is downstairs. They got a brand called Villains, but he was talking about, like, the perspective that people think when they hear Villains. But it's like, nah, that just because you hear that name, it don't mean I'm a villain.
Fact.
It just means I might look like the bad guy, but in reality, like,
don't judge the book by its cover.
Don't judge the book by the cover. So I agree with you on that, man. Like, and like he attesting to, like, bro pulled up by himself. He a real one. He comfortable.
Chilling, bro.
Yeah, like,
all
for what?
homies.
Yeah, we just vibing.
Like, it shouldn't. Yeah. I shouldn't come into y'all world with negative energy.
Exactly.
Projecting that onto y'all.
Yeah.
Like, if I came here with 3, 4, 5 of my homies, what they need to sit here for and watch me do this interview? They can watch it on when it come out just like everybody else.
For real.
Like, but people feel like you have to move around like that to be protected or for people to think a certain. I don't give a fuck what nobody think.
Do you feel like it's a fear within themselves or something they portraying or something like that? Like,
you know, it's fucked up, man. It's LA, so it's like, nigga, don't get caught slipping. Yeah. Everybody just think about that first, you know? And for me, it's like, man, I'm here to do what I'm destined to do. I'm not worried about anything else or anybody else.
Yeah. I had a situation last night. I was at a hookah lounge. Niggas started tripping. Like, I was just like, it is what it is, bro. But nothing happened. You feel me? They just blew past me, and I went on about my way. Because I feel like you said, when you walking in your purpose, if it's your time, it's your time.
Facts.
But if you walking in the right, you got a plan or something like that, people feel that off of you, and like some just work out where you just go past you or some shit. I don't know.
You only got one life to live, man. Live it the best way for you.
Yeah. Man, how is, like, what do you feel like the LA culture, right? Do you feel like it's a new thing and it's headed in the right direction?
I feel like,
as far as music and everything.
I mean, I feel like it is headed in the right direction. I do see a lot of people collaborating together. I do wish that a lot more of our West Coast artists try to get out of LA and come back. Like, one of the biggest testimonies for me is that when we did YG's first album, My Crazy Life, in Atlanta.
I remember that.
And
I feel like
because of that, I gained so many different relationships and different people. Like, and that changed my network. So when I went to go back and I'm working at Interscope, I got friends and things in Atlanta. Oh, let me fly out there with this artist because I moved around out there before. And it's like, I think it's so fucked up because it's like, if you from Atlanta, right? The goal is to put out music, get rich as fuck, and move where?
To LA.
If you from Chicago, what's the goal? Get rich as fuck and move where?
To LA.
If you from New York, what's the goal?
Same shit.
So when you from LA, when you do your shit and you get rich, where the fuck is we going? To the Valley?
To the
Come on, bro. We ain't going to the IE.
No.
You going to the we going to
Park,
Chatsworth, Calabasas, Hidden Hills, but we're not going to live in fucking New York.
He said we're not going to the IE.
Like, bro, it's no shade to the IE. Shout out all the artists from the IE because this is a lot of artists from the IE going up right now, man.
No, but that's real though.
It's just like it's fucked up because it's like, bro, you from LA, you get a little money. All right, it's like cool. Let me move to Marina. Let me go live by the water, bro. Marina is nigga 4 seconds from the hood.
For real.
Then it's like, all right, I got a little more money. Let me try to go to the Valley. Then it's like, all right, cool. Everybody start coming to the Valley. Like, bro, North Hollywood and all that shit, that's just like LA. So now you got to get a little more money to go a little further out. But you only going a little further out, and it's only so far you can go because, bro, I'm not going to Simi Valley.
Yeah.
Nigga, it's like, bro, how far can you go? Like, so I feel like that's one of the biggest struggles and downfall for us and our superstars is because it's so tangible. Yeah. Like, even where I live right now, bro, like, bro, you go to the grocery store, you're gonna run into somebody.
Yeah.
Like
it's hard to get away, like.
You feel me? But when you in Atlanta, the biggest people from Atlanta, you not seeing them unless they want to be out or be seen. You gonna see them on some blog site for being out here, walking out of some restaurant with some chick or walking out this place with some nigga. Like it's a different lifestyle, so it's a different thing that we have to adjust to. But like, I just tell people, just pay attention to the greats. If you really just sit back and pay attention to the greats, when do you think Snoop Dogg really had his moment?
When he went to No Limit.
Come on.
Yeah.
What was Game signed?
Game was signed to what, 50? Yeah.
What was 50 signed?
To Dre.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta cross-pollination.
That's real though.
You feel me? Like, but even a little deeper than that, it's like when I was young, you would consider Bone Thugs and Harmony a West Coast group?
Yeah.
Where they from?
Before I knew they was from Cleveland, yeah.
Where's Cleveland though? That's the Midwest, right?
Yeah.
But it's like nowadays, Cleveland, like you would look at Cleveland artists more like Southern artists. Mm-hmm. Or like, even like, is Chicago the Midwest?
Yeah. Midwest, yep.
Like, so look at all the West Coast. It's just California. The whole Midwest, they have their own thing going on right now. Yeah. But you would put them more in connections with the South or with the East Coast because it's so far away. It's like, bro, we got the fucking Rocky Mountains and all this. Like, bro, when
California unique.
When you pay attention to the West Coast and you really break down like where people live and how much of the West Coast people live in, it's not a lot, bro. It's a lot of farmland and it's a lot of other shit like that on our side of the world. So it's like, you gotta be an artist from California. Tell me who's the biggest artist from Nevada? Tell me the biggest artist from New Mexico.
No.
Tell me the biggest artist from Utah. Tell me the biggest artist from Washington.
Yeah.
Like, from California, you have to pass all these states that don't really have like a subculture to get to the South or get to the East Coast. Like, as your music is.
I get what you getting at too, because like as you mentioned, the artist from Indiana, like it's so much, like you said, it's so much in between that. Like, it's so much talent in between that.
Yeah, but we don't have the infrastructure. Like, bro, when you go to the South, Georgia's cracking, Mississippi's cracking, Florida's cracking, fucking, bro, it's like, bro, all these places is cracking.
Yeah.
When you get to the West Coast, it's California, Oakland, and LA. Like, and I'm not discrediting anybody else from any other city because I know Arizona has its market.
Yeah.
Nevada has its market. Utah has their market. New Mexico has their market. But we're not at the place or the level where we're championing them enough to develop those artists. Or maybe it's like, bro, fucking Exhibit. He's from Detroit, New Mexico to LA.
I didn't even know that.
I could be wrong. I believe he was born in Detroit. Okay. He was raised in New Mexico. But, bro, when my whole life until I was probably like 20 years old, I thought he was from LA.
Yeah, that's wild.
But he's a West Coast artist. But it's like, so what are we doing? Like, my goal is to, I want to go find, I have an artist from Indiana. I want to go find an artist from Utah. I want to go find an artist from Seattle. I want to go sign an artist from fucking Little Rock, Arkansas. I want to help the West Coast, like, however I can. And I have other friends who believe in the same things. And the goal is to just try to bring the whole coast back up, because it's just weighing heavily on California.
It is, though.
And we're so lost in politics.
Man. So I get what you're saying. It's like, they don't have to be from the West to still appreciate the sound of the West.
But they are.
Yeah.
Every state I mentioned is like the West Coast.
Yeah.
They don't have to be like, bro.
They don't have to be from like LA. Yo, we back. Little technical difficulties.
It's alright.
It was too much game. That's what it was. For real. Now I was gonna ask you about like the music industry and like working with artists. How important is media marketing in today's age with pushing out good music?
You have to, I would say it's very vivid, but you have to understand how to market yourself the right way. Like, you have to understand how not to get lost in being a something or viewed a certain type of way or viewed as a gimmick, or like understand what you're selling and how you're selling it and how you want to package it, and understand who the people are you're trying to take that to. But I try to tell artists, like, if you want to do like character series or something like that, that's dope. But don't get lost in doing gimmick shit or making people care about you or your music because you want to start a beef or you want to start an argument. Like I love the way that every single Tyler the Creator album is a different piece. He gives you a different piece of work. It's a different volume of him. He's a different character in that aspect, and he sells that to you. He does. He does. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, he'll tell you fuck off. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's understanding the market and understanding that you, at the end of the day, like we're selling music. It's a music business. So understanding that, sell the music and not sell yourself in the music.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people like try to argue with somebody or say something crazy or say because this is gonna make you do more streams or and it's like, okay, cool, but what about when you don't have that?
Yeah,
Are people gonna still care? You know, so I always tell people, like, be honest, especially like nobody can't tell you the way to tell your truth.
Yeah.
Somebody might have a different version of it, but that's their truth. Like, just understanding how to tell your side and be the most honest about your side, whether you fucked up or not, whether like some things fell out because of you or not. Like, I had to take a chance and grow in myself, like, because I've had situations that I thought that I was doing the right situation in and I wasn't. And then it's like, okay, then you have to sit back and you have to think, and you have to understand from the other person's perspective and just go back and reevaluate yourself and figure out how to move differently for yourself. And just not getting lost in clickbait.
Yeah, that's heavy these days.
Yeah. But the people who get lost in clickbait is fucked up because they can't come out of it or they can't sell without it. And it's like, that's not what music is really about. Like, music is about, to me at least, music is about honesty, freedom of speech, freedom of your personal view, like, and vulnerability. Like if you fucked up, if you was in a great relationship and it ended, don't just be like, oh man, fuck that bitch, she did this, she did that, she did that, she woo-dee woo-woo. What did you do? Talk about what you did too. Because there's a lot of niggas out here who's probably doing the same thing you did and not even realizing that might be what pushing that girl away. Like, it's about just being not just honest, but honest and vulnerable. Because when you're being vulnerable, you're taking accountability yourself at the same time as you're dishing it out.
No, that's true. And I feel like with that, like you just said, you painted a scenario. all that vulnerability helping other people get perspective. Like,
Yeah, bro.
damn, I didn't even know I was fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you hear a song and it's like, damn, maybe I need to take my girl on a couple more dates.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to ask her how she doing today.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like you get lost in doing the norm and a cycle. And it's like at the end of the day, nobody wants to get lost in a cycle. Nobody want to feel like, oh yeah, you know, I know it's Wednesday, we fucking tonight. I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, you gotta, like, and you
though.
think like, damn, shit, I know I fuck my girl 3 times a week, but nigga, if you fucking her Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, nigga, after, nigga, 2 months, you know, I'm getting some dick tonight, let me not talk to my girl. It's like, but is that making her happy? Or she wants some spontaneous. It's like, nigga, maybe just, you know, go eat that pussy on a Tuesday. Just out the blue. Like, it's like, you got to keep everything, you got to keep everything spicy. You got to keep everything, like, in front. Like, even with my relationship right now, my girl, I fuck with her so much because, like, nigga, she'll tell me, like, nigga, hello? You slipping? I'm like, my bitch bad, so I ain't slipping.
Hey, at least she letting you know, so that's a care, you know, like.
But it's like sometimes they be letting us know, but we don't even be paying attention because we're so lost in what we're doing, and we're so lost and think that we're doing the right thing in the best way.
Speak on that, like, how important, like, a woman fan base, how important are the women to men?
Listen,
in the aspect of fan base.
I'm a feminist. Hands up. I am a feminist. Ladies come first.
Hey, okay, hell yeah.
Like, I've never, like, every man has been a player. Like, I ain't gonna say I never had my player days, but I've never been the guy to just disrespect women or just to condone somebody like, I was raised by a strong black woman. Yeah. Like, so it's like I'm not gonna diminish the next one from being that. So yeah, it's important, but you know, at the same time, it's like it ain't just all us, it be them too. Like, women, you know, like, bro, you can be doing the most for this chick, but, you know, she thinks she deserves better or want this, and she might go out and do whatever she do, and then that might lead to y'all breaking up, and it's just like, bro, in that space, you didn't lose her, she lost you, because she didn't value your worth. Man. I feel like everybody should always just understand how to value everybody and their worth. It's just like when I was coming here today, when I knew I was going to be late, I could have been like, well, shit, we going to do the interview, so I'm going to get there when I get there. Nah, bro, I text you just out of respect because I don't know what your day consists of. Yeah. Like, you probably could have had to be gone. Yeah, you feel me? But me having whatever I had going on and you having whatever you had going on, it aligned. But we gave each other that option. But if I didn't text you, you would have been like, nigga, street, where this nigga at, bro? Yeah, man, this nigga PUSHA a bullshit nigga, man. He told me he's gonna be here, bro. It's 3:30. This nigga ain't answering his phone. And then that just gives you a bad taste in your mouth towards me. When all I had to do was send one little text, hey, bro, I'm running late. You either gonna fuck with it or you not. But even if you don't, you gonna respect that somebody gave you that chance or that option. Because you could have been like, all right, cool, well, bro, let's reschedule for another day.
Exactly, yeah.
But if I don't give you that and you just sitting here, it's like, all right, it's 3. Yeah, it's 4. It's 5. Man, fuck this nigga, bro. And it's just like, bro, life it's not even that serious.
For real. All it takes is a little bit of communication.
And you know, that's what I'm learning. That's what I've learned, especially being in my 30s. Like, just communicate everything a little better, bro. Honesty, communication goes a long way, even if it's uncomfortable. I am so willing to have uncomfortable situation and conversations now because I don't want an uncomfortable situation. Back in the day, you know it's something you want to say and you just don't say it, or you try to figure out how to say it or who to say it to, and you go to this person and ask this person for advice, and you go to this person and ask this person for advice, and you go to this person when all you had to do was go to the person, and now you got 3, 4, 5 people who playing middleman in the middle of your shit, and then
they gonna mix it up too.
You know, now they have the option to control your narrative. You know, I fell out with a friend because I allowed somebody else control my narrative. And it took me time after that to realize, like, you know, at the same time, while I was going to this other person who I thought was my bro for advice, I should have just went directly to the source and just got it done with. But I was trying to figure out the right way to have an uncomfortable conversation. But now I realize there's no right way to have an uncomfortable conversation. Have it when it's there. If you have it when it's there, 9 times out of 10, you guys can overcome it. You guys might not agree on it, but you guys can overcome it. But when it's too many people in the middle of it, shit just don't plan out the right way.
It get bigger than what it's supposed to.
Bro.
Like, that shit,
And all this shit is just off experience, bro. And like, I take everything that I go through or everything that I've been through as a lesson, as a life lesson. Like, I only have one life to live, and I am still learning every day. Like, there's nothing that I don't know too much that you can tell me anything. I don't know too much that bro can tell me anything. Like, we get in this place or where we think we just know everything, and it's just like, bro, that's not. It's no growth in that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to continue to grow. I want to live a long, proper, prosperous life. And that just comes with understanding and being willing to understand everybody and hear somebody else's point of view. Even if you don't agree with it, hear it so you can understand it. So you can understand, like, oh, their take versus your take. Maybe we can come up to a common ground. You might not always agree with everything I say, and I might not always agree with everything you say. But if we come here to this middle, we can have understanding. And life is about understanding.
Yeah.
I hope every artist figures out understanding. I hope every person who's watching this figures out understanding. And, just how to right your wrongs and correct yourself when you go through things that challenge you or change you or give you a different perspective or view on somebody else. Because at the end of the day, a lot of shit just has a lot of extra things in it that's not needed. And one conversation can change anything.
Talking about learning, like what's something that you haven't learned or like been looking forward to learn? Like, you got anything you just like, all right, that's something I want to learn. Like,
I want to learn everything, bro. Like, I'm not even like, bro, I show you my timeline, bro. I be nigga trying to see how to build shit, how to do this. Like, bro, I just want to enjoy life. And I feel like with enjoying life, you have to have an open mind to learning. Like, every time I learn something new, I be excited. Like, you could tell me something that's like, damn, I'm going to sit back on and be like, damn, bro told me some real shit. Damn, I want to go tell my homies, hey, bro, if we do this way, we can,
Yeah.
It's like, damn, and then your homie like, yeah, oh, shit, bro, good look. And it's just like seeing the evolution and the growth and things like that is priceless.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not no gatekeeper. Any knowledge I know, anybody come around me that tell you, bro, you ask me something, I'm going to tell you. Whether you gonna like the answer or you not, I'm going to tell you. Yeah. Whether we agree, we disagree, I'm going to tell you how I feel or what I think is right or wrong based off of my experiences. And it might not be the same for you. So I don't want to project anything onto you. Yeah. I'm just telling you from
I also think, like, in this time, a lot of people be too sensitive to something that is true. And it's like, yo, like, I'm not trying to say it to, like, spite you, but if I'm telling you the truth on how I feel, like you said, it's not it don't have to ring true to you, but you can still respect that I got an opinion.
1000%.
And
everybody's opinion, bro. Everybody's opinion matters.
Yeah.
Everybody's opinion matters, bro. It's like, I was watching something the other day, and it was like a secretary of an A&R was the person who said that the fucking Method Man song that ended up having Mary J. Blige on it was a hit, and it should be a full song. But I think that song was like an interlude or something at first. And it's like the A&R was an asshole or just too stuck in what they were saying. They wouldn't even took a second to listen. Like, all right, you think so? Try it. Let's see. Who you gonna get on it? And then look what the song became. And it's like, that's just from somebody trying. Like, even me, bro, like, I didn't go to college to be an A&R. Why'd you tell you when I was in college to be a firefighter. I ain't putting out no fucking fires. maybe in business, putting out some fires, but it's like, bro, and I dropped out of college to be around and help him pursue his career. And then that led me here. But who was to say that that was the right decision? How many people told me, bro, you crazy? Why you doing that, bro? You got to follow your own destiny, your own dreams. You whoop, whoop, whoop. It's like sometimes, bro, you just got to follow fate.
Yeah, that's real. No, that's real, bro. That's you speaking real game, man. Like, what is like going back to the music and stuff like that? How do you? Because you seem like you big on vibes and like making sure you put the right people in the room.
Yeah.
Like, how do you assess that? Like, putting these people together. I mean, you never know, truly, but
I mean, it's a little different if it's like from a developing artist, a new artist, or if it's somebody that's like cracking. Cause it's a lot easier when it's somebody that's cracking. But like I can say, for example, when I was working on Dreezy's first album, No Hard Feelings, when me and Dash were A&R on that album, we were working for like a year trying to just figure out a sound. Trying to figure out, okay, what's gonna set Dreezy apart from everybody else. And then about another 6 months with a whole nother sound that we didn't even use on her album. Like, I say, like, we worked on her debut album probably for like 2 years, but like out of that 2 years, the last 3 months of it was really the time that was spent on making the album. But when I brought in Terrence Martin and Lawrence from 1500 to Nothing, like,
oh yeah, legends.
I didn't have a plan. I had an idea. Me and Dash, one day, bro, me and Dash had a crazy ass argument, and we arguing because he was like, he wanted her to do this and I wanted her to do that, but he's from Chicago, so he knows, and I'm like, I'm from, and it's just like, then, bro, somehow, bro, at the end of the argument, we was just chilling, and we end up watching this fucking Mary J. Blige documentary. And then we just like, yo, that's it. We need to figure out how to make her like, cause Dreezy's the homegirl. Like, the girls love Dreezy. The niggas fuck with Dreezy. Niggas comfortable being around Dreezy. Dreezy can out rap niggas. So we gotta figure out how to level out that playing field. And then we just started trying to do different records. And then we brought in Rance and Terrence, just having that conversation with them on where we were trying to take her.
Yeah.
Started the sound. So it's like, you know, you go through these steps and you think you're doing all these things, and it's like, bro, it all came back down. And then it was like, we using all these crazy sounds and all this shit, and then it just got stripped to more musical stuff and more this and that. And it's like, then that was the foundation for our album. And then we went to go play Close to You for Joey. He was like, he couldn't even believe it. It was like, because Dreezy was a rapper. He was expecting us to come play this hard ass rap song, nigga. We playing this nigga fake soulful ass singing like nigga rap.
No, I didn't know she was singing.
Nigga, this is beautiful. It is like, yeah, oh yeah, nigga, what you thought? And then, you know, we just that clicked the difference in both of us that day, because it's like we figured something else out, a hidden gem in this artist. Now let's figure out how to not exploit that, but explore that a lot more and dig a little deeper into that. And then, like, bro, that's Dreezy's first album, first single, double platinum, second single, platinum, third single, gold. Like, she had an incredible first album.
Y'all took y'all time with it, man. Like, so when it come to music, I could tell when somebody took their time with it and when it's just like, they threw it out a little.
I literally was just having this conversation with my girl yesterday. I promise you, bro. About my artist too. Yeah. This next song that we're about to put out, we did the song I just played you.
Yeah, that one.
We did that almost 2.5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So y'all been like working, but like
and it's like, but it's still, it's an honest song. The music isn't too diluted with sounds that are frequencies that are just going on right now. Yeah. It's not trying to take sounds from this other song or trying to recreate another song that's out. We just try to make good music. And it's like, if the music is good, it don't matter how long before it come out. Like my boy Slade the Monster, he was just on Nicki Minaj's album. He did a song with a writer, Derek Milano. Shout out Derek Milano. But they did the song in like 2018. And it just came out on her album, and that just came out.
That's crazy how creativity works.
Like it's no music is timeless. There's like when you're actually trying to make good music and you're actually putting in the effort to create music and to create something, it's no time limit on it. Like a good record is a good record. Like, bro, I know other people have had situations like that. Like, bro, a verse from 3-4 years ago, a song from 5 years ago just coming out, or you replaying the song and it's like, damn, this is right now and this sound urgent, but you recorded this 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Like the song that I just played from Tube, he was 21 when he did it. He's 23.
And you get to really see that it's gonna stand the test of time, because if it's hidden 2 years later, you're like, yo, this gonna be around. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, but what's the goal when you're making the music? I try my best never to go into a studio with an artist and try to make a hit. I don't anybody, like, bro, there's some A&Rs who can just pick a hit, who just know what a hit record is. Like, I'm not that blessed. I'm not blessed that way. I'm blessed with just like trying to make good music, just talking to the artists, just trying to get the artists to understand themselves a little more, talking to them, seeing how their day went, how their month went. What are you trying to talk about? Okay, cool. This is what you're trying to talk about. Well, when did you go through certain things like that? What's your relationship with your mama? What's your relationship with your daddy? What's your relationship with your baby mom? Like, what is the real about you? And let's write down those topics. Let's start digging in. Let's start digging in there. Because, bro, my mama died when I was 1. If I was a rapper, one of my songs would be talking about that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's 2-3 million other people who mama died when they was 1.
That's fact.
My whole family, my mama friends always tell me, oh, your mom was the best. She was this. She was incredible. She had this swag. She was this, all this. I don't know any of that. I'm going based off what everybody else told me. So there's this imaginary woman I'm seeing in my head that I'm projecting off, that I'm trying to be the best me for, is based off of other people's opinions on her. So it's like, now let me talk about that. And let me talk about how that makes me feel. You feel me? Now, how
That's
many people went through?
perspective, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a real fucking perspective.
It's digging deeper into your honesty, into yourself, versus just, bro, I don't give a fuck about how much your chain costs. I don't give a fuck if you got 10 cars. Like, cool, talk about that, cool, but it's like, that's not real, that's material. Talk about what's real. Talk about your feelings. Talk about your life. Talk about your life experiences, because, bro, it's shit that you went through, that I went through, that he went through.
Yeah, that's
but
real.
If ain't none of us talking about it, we ain't gonna know. You just
gonna have a real
you
conversation.
gonna hold that in. I'ma hold my shit in. He gonna hold his shit in. It's like,
and it's crazy you say that when it's not being talked about, because we was talking about that. Like, sometimes you go out with people that you think you know until like the alcohol kick in, and then it's like that real conversation start. That real shit start happening. You like, yo, bro, like, I fuck with you, but where is this coming from? And we could have had that conversation prior to going out or what. You know what I mean? Whatever.
People are not honest.
Yeah.
And that's the scariest thing, is that we really live in the era of perception, and everything is based on perception. Even Instagram, like, bro, I ain't post a picture on Instagram in fucking 5 days because a photographer ain't sent me a dope photo that I like. Like, but nigga, I can take a photo right here, right now, sitting with you. That's a real moment.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna post that. I'm gonna wait to, if he take a photo and he send it to me so it look good. The aesthetic looks good, because it's perception based. Like, bro, we have to get into really being humans and individuals and stop being lost in perception. But it's also why, like, certain things like TikTok started working, because like, you can't put no filter. You can't, like, you can change some shit, but you can't put no filter when you're talking and this and that. And it's like, bro, when Instagram first came out, bro, people didn't care how they looked on Instagram. Now when you looked at anybody's Instagram, it's, oh, that doesn't fit my aesthetic. I don't want to post that because I'm going to hold this photo to next month. Bro, man, post that shit when you get it.
Exactly. Stay in the feeling. Like, I see, like, the aesthetic thing happening in the media is fucking people up, like you said. I've literally been outside, bro. I see, like, girls open their phone, they just scroll through, like, their Instagram, like, and then they just, like, block it, like, do the same thing over. Yo, just
I be having so many great moments in life
Yeah.
that I don't post them because I'm living them.
Yeah.
Like, that's a blessing. Like, but when you are out to eat, like, and the food is good, why you gotta, let me make sure I get this right angle of this photo. Like, nigga, bro, I'm about to chow this shit down.
No, that's real
Like,
though.
It's like, bro, it's like, man, bro, everybody just want to show luxury life, like they're living this best life, bro. And then when after they eat at this 5-star restaurant, they getting in the fucking Caprice.
Yeah.
Niggas going to buy shoes before they pay their rent.
Facts.
Niggas' cell phone is on the what is that called? The not auto pay, but when you only pay the past due.
Yeah.
It's like
What?
pay as you
Pay as you
go.
go.
You pay as you go on your phone, so people can think that you live. Like, it's just like, bro, we fucked. And I'm not even gonna say, like, bro, I'm fucked up too. I'm part of that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, I grew up. I can tell you, bro. 6th grade, I had 2 pair of shoes. 7th grade, I probably had 1 pair of shoes. I told myself after 7th grade year that I would never in my life experience that again, because it was other kids. Hey, bro, you just gonna wear them K-Swiss every day? Oh, here come Ron with the K-Swiss. And I'm getting into fights and shit because I only got 1 pair of shoes, but my granny didn't have it.
Yeah.
So I told myself, when I get older, bro, every shoe I want, I'm going to buy. I don't care. I'm going to get it as soon as it come out. And it's like, I've been lost in that. Like, bro, I be spending crazy money on shoes and I don't even be wearing them just to have them. Like, bro, I just bought the fucking Powder Puff Girl dunks. I don't even I probably don't even wear them, but I bought all of them just because I wanted them. But it's like, that's the perception that I'm lost in. Like, and it's just understanding that and being honest with yourself and knowing that it's like, okay, like, bro, I got fucking 300 pair of shoes at home. How many can I wear a day? I probably got more than that. And it's just like, you gonna wear a different pair of shoes like, bro, and it's like, you be buying all this shit and then you realize you wear the same shit over and over and over.
Exactly.
Like,
you
bro,
got your favorite pair.
half of my closet is new shit, and I still be wearing the shit that I'm comfortable in, bro. I got a fucking storage full of clothes that I haven't seen in 2 years.
And don't wear none of it.
Don't wear none of it. Vintage shit, Supreme shit, dead stock, fucking Bape shit, like all that shit just sitting there because I went through this phase where I just wanted everybody to know that I was fly, and I was hanging out with certain type of people and they had a certain type of lifestyle. So it's like, I'm going shopping with them. Like, bro, my check is only, nigga, like probably like $3,500, $3,900 every 2 weeks, and this person a millionaire, but we going to fucking Balenciaga. I'm getting a new Balenciaga. Like, and it's just like, bro, for what?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, you sit back, you start thinking like, damn, bro, where the fuck did I spend all that money? Oh, shit. Damn, my car notes due. Shit. All right, fuck it. I'm going to let it get 30 days, but I ain't going to let it to get to 60. And it's like, nigga, you still buying clothes and shoes. Like, bro.
That's
like,
real.
and it's like, bro, I went through that. Like, I'll be lying to you if I told you that I didn't. But it's like, once you get to the point and you realize that, it's like, okay, bro, do better. Be better.
Yeah, you going through that. Like, how did it help you with the studio, like the creative sound studio?
I mean, one thing that I strongly believed early on was like the fake it till you make it, but in a different aspect than certain people. Because certain people think when it's like fake it till you make it, it's like, oh, bro, go get that chain, go get that watch, go get that. Nah, it was just like, I told myself that when I didn't have it, people could tell. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough clothes and enough shit, though, even when, bro, if I got, you don't know, I can have $5, I can have $1 million, I can have 300, I can have 100,000. My fit gonna be fly, so you're not gonna question it no day.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it was like, but I'm in hip hop, so it's like you live like that, but then you start getting around these rock A&Rs and these other people, and it's like, bro, they wear the same pair of shoes every day, and it's
They
like
got their feet out and shit.
yeah, it's like, nigga, they're not worried. They wearing sandals, and bro, their songs are going number ones and number twos, and I bought 10 pair of shoes this week, and my song ain't even hit the Hot 100. It's like, just do better for yourself. But I'm not knocking anybody else. It's just learning for me and just grow for me. But it's like, bro, I do understand how that perception helped, because bro, like, bro, I some days, bro, I was broke. I was down to my last dollar, but you couldn't tell. And I was able to get in a room that I probably shouldn't have been in, and it led me to a situation that led me to more money, or led me to a friend that I done booked a show for, did this for. But bro, if I wasn't as fly as I was, I probably wouldn't have gotten that room.
So it's like no matter what, you gotta look the part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look
no matter
the part,
what,
play the part, be the part.
You gotta wear that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
put that shit on. Come on, bro. And it's like, but it's crazy because that's only in hip hop.
That is true.
I'm in hip hop, so it's like I'm gonna play this game. Shout out to my jeweler. Shout out to Omar the jeweler. You see this chain on my neck?
Hey, plug him. Oh God.
Hey.
I was gonna say, speaking of hip hop, like, what's your ideal record? Like outside of hip hop, like you want to do something pop, house, like a collab, a dream collab, whatever.
So, and me and Terrace Martin's been talking about. I'm trying to work on a jazz album. I would like to drop a jazz album this year. Something different, just something fun, but like no real structure, no real, like, just fun. Just I love jazz.
Like pure
music.
jazz, or like mixing it with something else.
Like my version of jazz music. So it's like a hip hop, jazz, R&B centric album. That's just fun for me. Like, I love instrumentals. I just want to do something dope. I talked with Terrace about it at the end of last year, and he told me he's down to work on it with me. So that's a goal of mine this year, is to drop a jazz album. Just like, fun, having fun with music. I don't fucking sing. I don't rap. I don't really play instruments. So it's like putting it together. Yeah. Bringing all these artists together and making an album. Like, that's what I'm excited for.
I gotta play you some after the podcast, because I'm working on a project called LA Blues.
Fire.
And it's kind of got like that jazz element in it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like, it's like, bro, we gotta defy what people say, what we think is right. Like, bro, like, you gotta make sub genres. What makes you happy? What are you into? Like, and yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm in my 30s. I want to do a fucking cool ass jazz album, but not that feels like it was supposed to come out in fucking 1973. But I want to do a dope ass 2024 jazz album, my version of what I feel like jazz is today.
I like that you said that, because I feel like some artists try to emulate the past. It's like, nah, make it fresh.
I respect the past. I respect everybody who came before me, and I want to leave my tribute of what that is.
With that being said, like, outside of like making that project, is it any other endeavors you want to go into, like, that you see yourself doing, like musically, like fashion?
Yeah, man, my goal, man. I know I'm short, but I'm trying to walk in some fashion show, man. I'm trying to walk in a fashion show, man. So, y'all designers out there, plug your boy, man. I be putting that shit on, man. I've had great opportunities in the past, and I just want to do dope shit, bro. I wanna have fun, and I want to enjoy life, and I don't want to be boxed in. I want to do whatever I want to do, and try to do the things that people think I can't do.
That's fire. Free mind, pretty much.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's the only thing that's free.
For real. That's real, though. I want to end it on this, but you gave us a lot to work with on the podcast.
Appreciate it, bro.
What is something, it could be like personally or with your brand that people like don't know about, that you want people to kind of know more of you outside of your perception? Just
Yeah, so
Take it from this interview, you know what I mean?
I would say my reason on making creative sounds. My main reason on making creative sounds was to have and to create an environment for artists in Los Angeles, for our artists to collaborate and connect with other people. My studio's been open for 3 years, and I've had a lot of support from a lot of my friends who are artists across the board, from people from Chicago to Atlanta to New York to New Jersey to fucking Florida. But at the same time, the goal in making creative sounds was to have a hub and a safe place for LA. Shout out my boy Cannon. I did an interview with Cannon and Tomorrow, and I talked about his studio and the way Mean Street made me feel when I was in Atlanta. And so I tried to not emulate that, but create my own version of that for LA, in LA. And I just want every artist to know, whether you Crip, you a Blood, you a Mexican, you a Vato, you white, like, bro, Creative Sounds is here for you. I am here for you. I'm very open. I'm willing to have a conversation and work with anybody who's willing to work with me. And two wrongs don't make it right. I ended on that.
Hey, you heard the man. We wrapping it up. You see the brand Unplugged World.
Hey man, where my
podcast.
Sweatsuit, bro?
I got you.
Oh,
we're gonna make it happen.
Cool. Long as I leave here with a sweatsuit, we good, bro.
All right, yeah, we finna get it popping, man. So y'all tuned in, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow up with Push a Ride with Creative Sounds. Unplugged World, Detached from Fear, Zen Clubhouse. Make sure you subscribe and follow the YouTube and the Instagram. We out of here, man. Another episode.
Wait, I'm gonna say something crazy.
Go ahead.
To anybody out there, I'm giving free studio time to any artist get a Creative Sounds tattoo.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's a fire. That's
6
fire.
months free.
That's fire.
Walk around here with a Creative Sounds tattoo. You got 6 months of free studio time from me. And it's the first time I said that.
That's fire.